Have you ever walked into someone's home, perhaps an older friend or a beloved grandparent, and been struck by a sense of profound calm? A cleanness that wasn't sterile, but alive, welcoming, like a gentle embrace. You might have wondered, what's their secret? Is it endless hours of backbreaking work? Some hidden magic, whispered down through generations? The truth, as it often is far simpler, yet more profound. It's not about grand, exhausting gestures, but about the quiet rhythm of daily habits, honed over years, that transform a house into a true haven. Today, we pull back the curtain on these everyday rituals, the 12 gentle pillars that uphold a truly clean and serene senior home. These aren't just chores. They are acts of self-care, expressions of respect for one's environment, and the keys to a life lived with more ease and less clutter. So, settle in, perhaps with a comforting cup of tea, as we explore these timeless practices. You might find they resonate deeply, no matter your age, and inspire you to bring a little more of that peaceful order into your own life. 1. Make the bed, the day's first victory. Our journey into the heart of a clean senior home begins where the day itself often does, the bedroom. And the very first act, almost a sacred ritual for many, is making the bed. Now, this might sound almost too simple, too trivial to even mention in a grand list of homekeeping secrets. But I assure you, its power is deceptive in its simplicity. Think about it. Your bed is often the largest piece of furniture in your personal sanctuary. Leaving it unmade is like leaving a giant, crumpled exclamation point of chaos right in the middle of your calmest space. It sets a tone of disarray before your feet even properly hit the floor. But smoothing the sheets, plumping the pillows, draping the comforter or quilt just so, it's an act of instant transformation. In under 2 minutes, sometimes less, you've accomplished your first tangible task of the day. You've brought immediate order to your personal space. It's a small win, yes, but it sets such a powerful precedent for everything that follows. It whispers to your subconscious, I am in control. I care for my space. I am ready for what comes next. It's not just about neatness for neatness' sake. It's about the psychological boost, the ripple effect of starting your day with intention and care. Imagine Eleanor at 78, her movements perhaps a little slower now, but always deliberate, always graceful. The crisp, satisfying sound of the top sheet being pulled taut, the gentle thud of pillows fluffed and settled against the headboard. For her, and for many like her, it's a small ceremony that signifies her day has truly begun, and begun with purpose. It's a visual cue that the time for rest is over, and the time for gentle, mindful activity has commenced. This single act prevents the bedroom from feeling like a halfway house between sleep and wakefulness all day long. It's a clean slate, literally and figuratively. 2. Wipe down kitchen counters and sink after every use, the gleaming heart. Next, we move to what is often called the heart of the home, the kitchen. And here, the golden rule for seniors who maintain spotless spaces is to wipe down kitchen counters and the sink immediately after every single use. No exceptions. Not later when I have more time, not after this cup of coffee, but right then and there. Imagine you've just made a piece of toast. A few crumbs invariably escape, or you've poured a glass of juice and a tiny droplet splashes onto the counter. To some, these are minor incidents, easily ignored. But to the keeper of a consistently clean home, these are signals. A crumb today can attract a friend tomorrow. A sticky spot left unattended can become a stubborn, hard-to-remove patch of grime. So, the habit is ingrained. Once the task is done, be it preparing a meal, making a snack, or simply pouring a drink, the cloth comes out. A quick wipe of the counter, a swish around the sink to chase away any stray coffee grounds or food particles. It takes mere seconds, but the impact is enormous. It prevents the dreaded buildup that turns kitchen cleaning into an archaeological dig. The counters remain inviting, hygienic, and ready for the next task. The sink gleams, rather than showcasing the ghosts of meals past. This isn't about obsessive cleaning. It's about intelligent prevention. It's about understanding that small, consistent efforts are far less taxing and far more rewarding than infrequent, Herculean struggles against accumulated mess. Think of Arthur, 82, who still enjoys baking his own bread. Flour dusts the counter, a smear of dough here and there. But before he even sits down to enjoy his warm slice, the counter is wiped, the sink rinsed. His kitchen never looks like a disaster zone, because the cleanup is part of the process, not an afterthought. It ensures the heart of his home is always beating strong and clean. 3. Wash dishes promptly, or load the dishwasher, banishing the pileup. Closely related to the clean counters and sink is the relentless habit of dealing with dirty dishes immediately. Whether it's washing them by hand straight away or rinsing and loading them into the dishwasher, seniors with pristine homes do not let dishes pile up. Ever. A sink full of dirty dishes is more than just an eyesore. It's a beacon for pests, a breeding ground for bacteria, and a source of unpleasant odors. It can also be a significant mental burden. Walking into a kitchen and seeing a teetering tower of soiled plates and greasy pans can instantly drain your energy and make the whole space feel oppressive and unwelcoming. Instead, the discipline is to tackle them as they arise. Finished your breakfast? The plate, cutlery, and cup are washed or loaded before you even think about moving on to the next part of your day. Cooked dinner? The pots and pans are addressed while they're still relatively easy to clean, before food remnants cement themselves on. This habit does a few wonderful things. Firstly, it keeps the kitchen perpetually usable and pleasant. There's no, "Oh, I need to wash a pan before I can even start cooking" moment. Secondly, it makes the actual task of dishwashing far less daunting. Cleaning 1 or 2 items is quick and easy. Facing a mountain that's been accumulating for hours, or even days, is a surefire recipe for procrastination and drudgery. Many seniors find a certain rhythm in this. For those who wash by hand, it can be a quiet, meditative few minutes. The warm water, the suds, the satisfaction of transforming dirty to clean. For those with dishwashers, it's the simple efficiency of rinse and load, knowing that the machine will take care of the heavy lifting. The key is the immediacy. It's a commitment to not letting small tasks snowball into overwhelming chores. It ensures the kitchen remains a place of creation and nourishment, not a monument to yesterday's meals. These first 3 habits, making the bed, wiping counters, and doing dishes promptly, are all about immediate action and setting a positive tone. Do any of these resonate particularly strongly with you? Perhaps you have a similar, non-negotiable daily habit that keeps your space feeling just right. We'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you're finding these insights helpful, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing for more tips on creating a peaceful and organized home. Sharing with someone who might benefit would be wonderful too. 4. Quick bathroom tidy up, maintaining the oasis. The bathroom, a space for personal care and rejuvenation, receives its own daily dose of attention in a well-kept senior's home. This isn't about deep scrubbing every day, but rather a series of small, consistent actions that prevent it from ever feeling neglected. After morning ablutions, or any time the sink area is used, a quick wipe down of the basin and countertop is standard practice. Toothpaste splatters, water spots, stray hairs, they're whisked away before they have a chance to dry and become more stubborn. This takes, 30 seconds? But it means the sink always looks fresh and inviting. If there's a shower with a glass door or screen, a squeegee is often a trusted companion. A quick pass after showering dramatically reduces water spots and soap scum buildup, making those less frequent deep cleans far easier. Towels are never left in a damp heap. They are hung neatly to dry, promoting freshness and preventing mildewy odors. Some even give the toilet bowl a quick swish with the brush daily or every other day, just to keep things sparkling and hygienic. Think about the cumulative effect of these tiny actions. The bathroom remains a pleasant, clean-smelling oasis, rather than a room one dreads entering. It's about maintaining a baseline of cleanliness so that it never descends into a state requiring a major overhaul. For someone like Margaret, who values her calm morning routine, stepping into a bathroom that's already tidy and fresh helps her start her day feeling composed and cared for. It's these little touches, the gleaming taps, the dry floor, the neatly hung towel, that contribute to an overall sense of order and well-being. It's treating a functional space with the respect it deserves, ensuring it's always ready to serve its purpose pleasantly. 5. Put things away immediately, the one-touch rule. This habit is perhaps one of the most powerful in the arsenal against clutter, and it's a cornerstone for seniors who maintain effortlessly tidy homes. Putting things away immediately after use. Often referred to as the one-touch rule, or don't put it down, put it away. Its impact is transformative. Consider the journey of an item. You pick up the mail. Instead of placing it on the kitchen counter to sort later, you deal with it then and there. Junk mail goes straight into recycling, bills into the to pay folder, personal letters onto the desk for a response. You finish reading a book or magazine. Instead of leaving it on the coffee table or by the bedside to join a growing pile, it's returned to its shelf or designated spot. You take off your coat and shoes when you come inside. They go directly into the closet or onto the shoe rack, not draped over a chair or kicked into a corner. This principle applies to everything: craft supplies, tools, kitchen gadgets, clothes. If you take it out, you put it back as soon as you're finished with it. It sounds so simple, yet it requires a conscious shift in mindset for many. Procrastination is the enemy here. The thought, "I'll do it later," is the seed from which clutter blooms. Seniors who master this often don't even think about it anymore. It's an ingrained reflex. They understand that handling an item once, taking it out, and then putting it away is far more efficient than handling it multiple times. Taking it out, putting it down somewhere temporarily, then later picking it up again to move it, and perhaps later still finally putting it where it belongs. Each of those put-downs creates a little pocket of clutter, a visual loose end. The beauty of this habit is that it prevents clutter from ever gaining a foothold. The home remains in a constant state of readiness and order. Surfaces stay clear, pathways unobstructed. It's not about being rigid. It's about being efficient and respecting your space and your future self, who won't have to spend hours tidying up accumulated misplacements. It's the quiet magic of consistent, small actions creating a perpetually serene environment. 6. Spot clean floors, taming the tracked-in world. Floors bear the brunt of daily life. Dust settles, crumbs fall, and dirt gets tracked in from outside, no matter how careful we are. Seniors with clean homes know that waiting for a weekly vacuum or mop isn't always enough to keep things feeling fresh. The secret weapon? Daily spot cleaning. This doesn't mean a full-blown, whole-house floor cleaning session every single day. That would be exhausting and unnecessary. Instead, it's about identifying and addressing the high-traffic areas or common culprits quickly and efficiently. The patch of floor in front of the kitchen sink where drips and crumbs tend to congregate? A quick sweep or a pass with a handheld vacuum. The entryway where shoes bring in leaves or grit. Same treatment. The area around a favorite armchair where one might enjoy a snack? A swift check and cleanup. For homes with pets, this becomes even more crucial for managing stray fur or paw prints. A lightweight stick vacuum, a traditional broom and dustpan, or even a damp microfiber mop kept handy can be deployed in minutes. The goal is to tackle the small messes before they spread or get ground in. This proactive approach has several benefits. Firstly, it keeps the overall level of cleanliness much higher throughout the week. The house just feels cleaner underfoot. Secondly, it makes the less frequent, more thorough floor cleaning sessions much easier, because there's less accumulated dirt to deal with. Think of it as maintenance rather than a major repair. Someone like George, who loves gardening, knows he'll inevitably track a bit of soil in, despite his best efforts to wipe his feet. So, he keeps a small brush and pan near the back door. A quick sweep as he comes in, and the problem is solved. It's not a chore, it's just part of the rhythm of his day, ensuring his passion for the outdoors doesn't compromise the cleanliness indoors. This targeted attention keeps the entire home feeling more pleasant and well cared for, one small patch at a time. We've just talked about spot cleaning floors and the put it away rule. These habits focus on maintenance and preventing clutter buildup. What's one small area in your home that, if given a little daily attention, would make a big difference to how you feel. Share your thoughts in the comments. We learn so much from each other. And if you're enjoying this deep dive into daily habits, a thumbs up would be amazing. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our future content. 7. Manage trash and recycling. Out of sight, out of mind, and smell. An often overlooked but critical daily habit in a clean senior's home is the diligent management of trash and recycling. It might not be glamorous, but its impact on the overall cleanliness, hygiene, and even aroma of a home is significant. This involves more than just taking out the main kitchen bin when it's overflowing. It means paying attention to all the smaller waste baskets throughout the house, the one in the bathroom, perhaps by a desk in the study, or in a craft room. These smaller bins are often emptied daily or every other day into the larger central collection bins. This prevents them from becoming overfull, unsightly, or sources of odor. In the kitchen, especially, organic waste is dealt with promptly. Food scraps are either composted, put through a disposal, or sealed tightly in the trash and removed frequently, often daily, even if the bag isn't completely full. This is key to preventing fruit flies, unpleasant smells, and the general yuck factor that can come from decomposing food. Recycling is sorted and managed with similar diligence. Cardboard is broken down, containers rinsed if necessary, and everything is placed in its designated bin, ready for collection day, without creating a messy pile-up somewhere in the house or garage. This constant, low-level attention to waste management means that trash never becomes a dominant feature of the home. There are no overflowing bins spilling their contents, no lingering odors from last night's dinner. It's an almost invisible system that contributes massively to the feeling of a fresh, well-ordered environment. It's about closing the loop on consumption. Once an item has served its purpose and becomes waste, it's efficiently and hygienically removed from the living space. This simple, consistent effort ensures the home remains a sanctuary, free from the visual and olfactory reminders of what's been discarded. 8. Sort mail and paperwork daily. Conquering the paper dragon. Paper clutter is the nemesis of many a tidy home. Bills, advertisements, magazines, newspapers, notes. If not managed, it can quickly escalate into overwhelming piles that swallow surfaces and create a sense of chaos. Seniors with perpetually clean homes have usually tamed this paper dragon with a strict daily habit: sorting mail and paperwork immediately. The moment the mail comes through the door, processed. Not later, not when I have a moment, but right then. Standing near a recycling bin and perhaps a shredder, they perform triage. Junk mail, flyers, and unwanted catalogs go straight into recycling or shredding. They don't even get a chance to land on a counter. Magazines might be glanced at and then placed in a designated reading spot or recycled if they're not of interest. Important items like bills, personal correspondence, or official documents are opened and actioned or filed. Bills might go into a to pay folder or be dealt with online immediately. Letters are read and either responded to or filed. Appointments noted on a calendar. This immediate processing prevents the dreaded doom piles from forming on the kitchen counter, the dining table, or the desk. The same principle applies to other paperwork that generates throughout the day: receipts, notes, printouts. A system, whether it's a simple set of folders, a desktop organizer, or a digital filing method, is in place and it's used consistently. This habit is crucial because paper, unlike other forms of clutter, often carries with it a sense of obligation or pending tasks, which can add to mental clutter as well as physical. By dealing with paper daily, these seniors keep their surfaces clear and their minds uncluttered by the visual reminder of unprocessed information. It's a discipline that requires a few minutes each day but saves hours of stressful sorting and searching later on. It ensures that important documents are never lost and that the home remains a calm space, free from the tyranny of paper. 9. Straighten up living areas before bed, resetting for tomorrow. As the day winds down, there's one more gentle ritual that many seniors with clean homes practice: a quick straightening up of the main living areas before heading to bed. This isn't a deep clean, but rather a reset, ensuring they wake up to a welcoming and orderly space. Think of the living room or family room. Over the course of an evening, things naturally get a little out of place. Cushions on the sofa might be askew, a throw blanket unfolded, a few magazines or books left out, remote control scattered, perhaps an empty teacup on a side table. Before retiring for the night, a few minutes are spent putting these things right. Pillows are fluffed and rearranged. Throws are neatly folded and draped. Books and magazines are returned to their shelves or stacks. Remotes are gathered and placed in their usual spot. Any stray cups or glasses are taken to the kitchen. It's a simple sweep, really, that might take 5 to 10 minutes at most. The power of this habit lies in the morning. Waking up and coming into a living space that is already tidy and inviting sets a positive tone for the new day. There's no immediate visual reminder of yesterday's relaxation or activities left undone. Instead, it feels fresh, calm, and ready for whatever the morning brings. It's like giving yourself a small gift each night, the gift of a peaceful start to the next day. This nightly reset prevents the gradual accumulation of small bits of disorder that can make a room feel less restful and more chaotic over time. It's a habit born of a desire for peace and order, recognizing that a few minutes of effort in the evening can have a significant positive impact on one's mood and sense of well-being the following day. It's the final act of care for their home before they, too, rest and recharge. We're now 3/4 of the way through our list, covering waste management, paper sorting, and the evening tidy up. These habits really emphasize proactive, small steps. Do you have an evening ritual that helps you feel prepared for the next day? Or perhaps a tip for managing paper clutter that works wonders for you? Share your wisdom in the comments. And if you're gathering ideas you want to try, hit that like button and subscribe so you can join our community focused on creating more serene living spaces. Your shares also help others discover these tips. 10. Wipe spills immediately. The no stain, no stress rule. This habit is so fundamental it almost goes without saying. Yet its consistent application is a hallmark of a truly clean home. Seniors who maintain such spaces live by the rule, wipe spills immediately. Not in a minute, not after they finish what they're doing, but right then, the instant it happens. Whether it's a coffee drip on the kitchen counter, a splash of sauce on the stovetop, a crumb of food on the floor, or a drop of water by the bathroom sink, it's addressed on the spot. They know that a fresh spill is almost always easy to clean. A quick swipe with a cloth, a dab with a paper towel, and it's gone. No fuss, no scrubbing, no lasting trace. However, if that same spill is left to sit, even for a short while, it can begin to dry, to set, to stain. What would have taken seconds to remedy can then require soaking, scrubbing, special cleaners, and significantly more effort. A tiny, insignificant event becomes a chore and potentially a permanent mark. This immediate response isn't about being neurotic. It's about being practical and efficient. It's understanding the nature of messes and minimizing the effort required to deal with them. It also protects surfaces. Constant scrubbing of set-in stains can wear down finishes over time, whereas a gentle, immediate wipe preserves them. Think of it as a rapid response system for household accidents. A glass of water tips over on the coffee table. Instead of panic or procrastination, the reaction is swift. Grab a cloth, blot it up. Problem solved. This prevents water rings on wood, sticky patches on countertops, and ground-in dirt on floors. It's a habit that keeps the home looking newer and cleaner for longer, simply by nipping potential problems in the bud. It's a testament to the power of immediate, mindful action in maintaining a pristine environment with minimal stress. 11. Air out rooms, weather permitting the breath of freshness. In our modern, often sealed-up homes, the air can become stale and stagnant. Seniors who appreciate a truly fresh and clean-feeling home often make a daily habit of airing out rooms, weather permitting. This simple act of opening windows, even for just 10 to 15 minutes each day, can make a remarkable difference. It allows fresh outdoor air to circulate, flushing out accumulated indoor pollutants, lingering odors from cooking or pets, and general stuffiness. It's like giving your home a chance to breathe deeply. Of course, this is dependent on the weather and outdoor air quality. On a beautiful spring morning or a crisp autumn day, windows might be thrown open wide to welcome in the breeze. In colder weather, it might be a shorter period, perhaps while one is busy in another part of the house, just enough to exchange the air without making the home uncomfortably chilly. Even cracking a window slightly in different rooms to create a cross breeze can be effective. This practice contributes to a healthier indoor environment. Stale air can harbor dust mites, mold spores, and volatile organic compounds from cleaning products or furnishings. Regular airing helps to reduce their concentration. Beyond the health aspects, there's the simple sensory pleasure of fresh air. It makes a home feel cleaner and more invigorating than any artificial air freshener ever could. Imagine a senior, like Mrs. Henderson, who, after her morning routine, makes a point of opening her kitchen and living room windows while she enjoys her second cup of tea. The gentle breeze carries away the remnants of breakfast smells and brings in the scent of her garden or the crispness of the morning. It's a small ritual that connects her home with the natural world outside and infuses her living spaces with a sense of vitality. This age-old practice of ventilation is a simple yet potent tool for maintaining a fresh, healthy, and pleasant atmosphere indoors. 12. Tidy the entryway, the first and last impression. The entryway or foyer is the first space guests see when they arrive and the last they see when they leave. It's also the transition point for a home's occupants between the outside world and their private sanctuary. Seniors with impeccably clean homes understand the importance of keeping this area consistently tidy. Daily attention is given to ensure the entryway remains welcoming and uncluttered. Shoes are not left in a jumble by the door. They are put away neatly on a rack, in a closet, or a designated shoe tray. Coats, scarves, and hats are hung up properly, not tossed over a banister or chair. Bags, umbrellas, and other outdoor accessories have their assigned spots and are returned to them. Mail, as we discussed earlier, is processed immediately so it doesn't accumulate on an entryway table. Keys have a dedicated hook or bowl. In essence, anything that doesn't belong in the entryway as a permanent fixture is quickly moved to its proper place. This prevents the area from becoming a dumping ground for items in transit. A tidy entryway sets an immediate tone of order and calm for anyone entering the home. It signals that this is a well-cared-for space. For the residents themselves, coming home to a neat and organized entryway is far more pleasant than navigating a cluttered obstacle course. It allows for a smoother transition from the stresses of the outside world to the peace of home. This daily maintenance might involve a quick sweep to remove tracked-in dirt, a straightening of the doormat, or simply ensuring that items left there temporarily, like a library book to be returned, are clearly organized and not just contributing to visual noise. It's about maintaining a clear, functional, and aesthetically pleasing gateway to the rest of the home, ensuring that both first and last impressions are ones of serene order. We've reached the end of our list of 12 daily habits, from wiping spills instantly to airing out rooms and keeping the entryway tidy. Which of these later habits do you think would make the biggest positive change in your own home if you adopted it daily? Or is there another small, daily act of tidiness you swear by? We're all ears in the comments section. Your insights are so valuable. Please don't forget to hit that like button if this has sparked some ideas. Subscribe for more content like this, and share it with anyone you think might find it inspiring. And there we have it, 12 everyday habits that seniors with clean, serene homes often practice. As you can see, there's no single grand secret, no overwhelming magical formula. Instead, it's a symphony of small, consistent, and mindful actions, performed daily, that collectively create an environment of calm, order, and cleanliness. Making the bed, wiping counters, washing dishes promptly, quick bathroom tidies, putting things away immediately, spot cleaning floors, managing trash, sorting mail, the evening living room reset, wiping spills instantly, airing out rooms, and keeping the entryway clear. Each one is a relatively small task on its own, but woven together into the fabric of daily life, they become incredibly powerful. These habits are not about achieving perfection or creating a sterile, museum-like home. They are about fostering a space that supports well-being, reduces stress, and allows for a more peaceful and enjoyable life. They are about respect for one's surroundings and for oneself. They demonstrate that maintaining a clean and inviting home is not about endless, exhausting drudgery, but about smart, preventative routines. Perhaps you recognize some habits you already practice, or maybe you've been inspired to try incorporating a few new ones into your own routine. Remember, it's not about doing everything all at once, but about finding what works for you and building those small, sustainable practices over time. The beauty of these habits is that anyone, at any age, can adopt them and experience the profound sense of peace and satisfaction that comes from living in a well-cared-for space. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the art of mindful homekeeping. We hope you found it insightful and encouraging. Until next time, may your homes be filled with peace, light, and the gentle hum of happy order.